Pod leader.
Working models who are working.
Captions crunch.
Pod leader.
Conspiracy theory. Top model math.
Pod leader.
That's not very Elgar.
Pod leader.
So nice to wear.
I guess.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pod Lead'em. That's Top Model Podcast spelled backwards. My name is JW Crump, and honestly, I'll have a bet eventually.
I'm Alexander Price, and what type of guy would you breed with?
And I'm Hannah Jane Ginsburg, and I'm going for the centaur.
Yeah! Completed a convo. And we're about to recap and, dare I say, gently mock Cycle 12, Episode 2, Fun and Games. Lamest title ever.
Oh, yeah, that did not even appear on Amazon.
Yeah. Or as I like to call it, The Girl Who Walks Halfway. Which I think might have actually been the real title.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't go halfway? Our Pod Lead'em Pod. We've got two new supporters, Olivia and Sarah.
We have
With
a
an H.
Sarah, another Sarah.
With
Yeah.
an H.
I think that means we have a Sarah without an H and a Sarah with an H.
We do.
Y'all.
All Sarah's welcome.
And you too can join the Lead'em Pod by supporting us by going to anchor.fm/podlead'em or clicking that little button in the description of this episode and any episode that we do.
Thank you so much, Sarah and Olivia. Oh, do we ever have an Olivia on the show?
We've had another Olivia. Oh, on the show? No, I don't think so.
Oh, interesting.
love
Olivia
Olivia.
feels like could easily be a top model contestant name, though.
It does.
And I know I just kind of say that about every name, but Olivia really does feel like that. Isabella starts out the episode because this is one of those double episodes, so there's not really a previously on so much as we just barrel right into the second half of the 2-hour-long premiere. And Isabella already says now she can actually say that she models.
This is Tyra's fault. This is Tyra and the J's fault from
Yep.
saying that they're starting as mere mortals, and going models, and becoming goddesses. Because now Isabella thinks, well, I'm a model. Model has happened. Why do we start in Times Square?
I don't know, because Sandra loves it, apparently. Before we get into too much more of the episode, between last episode and this episode, we did a little bit of research because we discussed, if you listen to our previous episode, that we knew there was name mispronunciation shenanigans with Tiana. All right. And that is the correct pronunciation based on an interview that we watched in between. It's Tiana. And sometimes we said Tiana, I believe. So apologies for that.
Yeah,
Tiana.
sorry.
Apparently the controversy wasn't between Tiana and Tayana. It was Tiana and Tiona, which don't know where that came from, but I'm sure we'll find the episode eventually, but it's Tiana. And so
We'll
correct ourselves. And sorry, Tiana, if I know you're listening to every episode and we're sorry about mispronouncing it in the previous episode. You know, there's one contestant that listens to the show. You know, it's out there.
Is it Sarah? Please.
Fingers
Sarah.
crossed it's Joni.
She is a podcaster.
Hey.
I hate when people, Sandra, say that no one looks like a model as a noun.
And I don't like that the editors smash cut to Courtney.
Yeah.
What I do like is Courtney's A++ narration when she says that they're all traipsing about the town. Love.
I hope this continues because there needs to be a thesaurus count of they were telling the girls, you cannot say walk. You cannot say walk because we get traipse, we get roll up, we get like come upon. Like, I hope it continues this whole cycle.
You know how Tyra was sick of the word fierce? She's also sick of the word walk.
So they traipse from Times Square to the Empire State Building.
The Empire State rebuilding, it said on the sign.
Huh.
But really, this is just leading us to the biggest in-show read of all time because they make Nigel and Paulina go to the top of the Empire State Building just to hand over the keys to the apartment like they are junior realtors.
Also, this should be a bigger deal because this is the first time that Nigel and Paulina your permanent judges are theoretically meeting everyone for the first time. And it's nothing.
Paulina does say, it rises out of the city as perhaps one of you shall.
Now they're Godzilla. Also, Celia wins by doing nothing.
By being next to Nigel.
You know what, though? Maybe Angeli and Sandra were onto something in Vegas because she wins by being the one who is most at the front of the group.
And then Paulina says, Celia, you're the lucky girl with the keys in your hand, so you get to pick your bed first.
You used to have to earn that, is all I'm saying.
You used to have to find a purse with keys in it.
You used to have to do so much. This used to be its own separate, fun
Challenge.
little first aid challenge. And now you get it, again, just by being in front.
I think, though, they hand them to Celia because you know who's not going to lose those keys? Celia. She's 25, and she'll let you know that she's 25.
Oh, you know she's got an inner zippered pocket in that outfit.
So they head to a very cute East Side townhome that I found out because there's the full number again.
What are they in Amsterdam?
240 East 61st Street.
Oh.
So they're in Lenox Hill.
That's a nice neighborhood.
That is a nice neighborhood.
4 floors plus a cellar. You can find the floor plans online. It sold in 2000 for 3.5 million, but in 2015 it sold for 10 million.
What had that top model stench still on it?
Well, next door, and I think this is very telling, and we'll figure out what days they were out shooting, because it was next door to the Trinity Baptist Church. So you know it got loud on a Sunday. They couldn't film on Sundays.
Interesting. And then London went over there and was like, teach me how to be a street preacher. Because I made up a lie that I'm going to have to keep consistent.
Did anyone see Tyra peeking through the window?
So the theme of the decor of this house is either, in case you didn't get enough of last cycle's One Day LA Tyra photos, or Pablo Michael's realness.
Yes.
I spy lucite. The first thing you see is a lucite small table.
You know who I still am agreeing with? Amina. Too many stairs.
Remember when I told you what I was looking forward to about Cycle 12 and I just said all I remember is steps? I'm so glad that I didn't make that up.
This apartment would give me so much anxiety because everything is plastic and way too white.
Yeah.
And we know how dirty these women are.
Now, let me just say, this is the closest top model house they have had so far to how I would design a top model house.
Yeah, we know.
I know. I want to be very honest. I think the listeners deserve that. I love black and white, though. And I think it is a smart choice that they do have winter photos in like black and white and or sepia.
I just don't think we ever needed to see those LA Tyra photos again.
Never. I did not need to see tiny baby Tyra drinking daddy's scotch.
I will give her the Fiercey Award photo. If you had to pick one black and white Tyra photo, we all agreed that the Fiercey photo was the best.
We get
You
London.
did, Alexander. Don't you revisionist history this.
I mean, the best out of
the worst.
Well, that's the theme of the episode, Hannah, is the best out of the worst photo.
Fair. Very fair. We do get our first excellent London moment of the episode when she says she finds herself staring at the photos of Tyra and going like, I envy you. I'm here for it.
London is the only person I know that everything she says sounds both genuinely sincere and extremely sarcastic.
Yeah. So Sandra picks a secluded bed.
Relatable content. Relatable.
Then Celia comes in and says, oh, I want this bed.
It's clearly just the best bed.
Yeah.
Clearly. We learn there's only 12 beds in the house, so someone has to sleep on the floor.
Leading to our second greatest London moment. Wow, there's only 12 beds. What? Production was like, say it, London. We need the footage.
Sandra interrupts a kitchen meeting that's apparently about strawberries to talk to Celia.
I would need strawberries in this white, clear house.
Strawberries?
Oh, that's true. The stains. Oof.
And this is when we discover, and there were inklings of it in the last episode, that Like all of our most terrifying predators, Sandra smiles when angry.
Yeah. Amina, in a recurring thing that I want to watch out for, is the audience. When she describes Sandra by saying, I'm trying to understand you right now, but you're turning me off.
Sandra's logic of, well, we'll share the bed. And Celia's like, we're not.
Oh, Celia's passive aggressive. No, we'll figure it out tonight. That no where you're saying no, but you make it sound like you're not saying no. No, yeah, no.
Do not pick beds until the first person to pick a bed picks a bed.
Yeah, we were all there when we heard this. So literally, if Sandra even started an argument or I would say, like a debate about getting any other bed, I'd be a little bit more on her side.
Yeah.
But Celia's the only one with this fake power that's been given to her. So it's the wrong person because everyone's going to be on Celia's side.
You know, a real boss move that happens in this episode? Isabella is unpacking her luggage into 2 separate dresser drawers.
Ooh. Isabella packs really well.
She
We'll see
did.
it
Does.
later this episode again, but this girl can pack a suitcase and apparently a drawer.
And apparently 3 months of medication. I love the confidence that she's like, I need 2 dresser drawers. I'm going to be here for a while. 3 months of medication. I know the show's only 2 months long, but I might stay extra. like I might just get a permanent job here at Top Model. Love the confidence.
This was also the moment I'm going to say the show wants Isabella to have a seizure on camera, right?
They're trying to make it happen.
I really think they do, which is mean. And beyond mean, just like
Unsafe?
very, very unsafe.
Gross and creepy.
Yeah. They're like, remember how cool that Cycle 4 Rebecca moment was? Could we make that happen? It's odd. I do love that Isabella will not let the show have that, though.
Yeah.
Nope.
I think she knows that the show will edit her to be defined by this, and so she makes sure that every sentence she says about it is explanatory, but not defining.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do, for as little as she's on the show, I really do like Isabella.
The girls are also, I think, respectfully asking Talia about her scars. And once again, Talia is very, like, forthright.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice moment.
It's kind of just we don't get any new information, not that we needed it,
No.
but it's kind of a re-explanation, but it is from a kind of repiloting perspective. I understand why post-production is doing it. I get uncomfortable with how anytime she brings them up, they feel the need to cut
Zoom in.
real hard to the scars on legs and hands. Like, you don't need to do it every time.
Well, and this is the other issue for me, and I think this is something. I have a sincere question because I don't know that I figured it out. At what point does talking about how brave Talia is become condescending?
Pretty quickly.
I think, yeah, it's
especially when it's not paired with anything else. If you're not pairing acknowledgement of her bravery with also an acknowledgement of how gorgeous she is.
Yeah. It's just reducing her to the birth.
Just that.
Yeah, it's making her just the representation and making her not a person anymore.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not the exact same, but it reminds me of when a plus size person wears a bikini and posts a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of just saying, great bikini, you look gorgeous, hope you're having a good day at the beach, people are like, wow,
Brave.
so brave.
Yeah.
Like, they're not being brave, they're just living.
their lives. Yes. She's pursuing a dream that she has. And the thing, and this is why I think it's tricky, is that this does take bravery. You're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position.
And she came very forward with saying she does want to be this representation.
Mm-hmm.
So she's controlling it a little bit.
Yeah. But there's a lot of tone ickiness from other people.
Yeah. It's not the worst of Top Model, though. I'll give them that. I feel like everyone's been the best of what Top Model can do, which I know is a low bar. And I'm glad you brought it up, Hannah. But part of me is just so happy that so far it seems like they're only letting her speak to it.
Right now.
Yeah. Well, we'll get there.
Fun thing. Tyra chest.
Wait before we get this. We need to conclude
the Sandra storyline.
The Sandra storyline. And London concludes it by volunteering to sleep on the floor because of Jesus, which at the end of that sentence, she was like, oh, gotta mention Jesus. Ugh, I've lied about this.
And then immediately says, honestly, I really know that I'll just have a bed eventually.
I love that from her so much because also that's the right attitude. It takes a week.
Yeah. Yeah, at most you'll be on the floor for 2 days, and maybe you'll strike up a friendship with someone and share a bed with them.
Yeah,
because
London couches.
I would rather share a bed with London than Sandra.
Someone ended up letting London share their bed.
Snuggle in a little bit.
Yeah.
Tyra chest. I have a conspiracy theory about this box.
Ooh.
Do.
And I want to see if I'm going to be very closely watching. Does either two things happen? The box appears when there's Tyra mail, or better, the key appears when there's Tyra mail.
I think the key, okay? Because I love the idea that production was like, how can we keep a perma Tyra mail situation happening that's not a screen? Because we've realized that we like the physical Tyra mails. Everyone has been like, back to physical Tyra mails, please. But also, we don't want to have to reset up every time. I like to imagine that a PA, there's a slit in the bottom, right? A PA or someone has to like go under and then slam it, get it up in there. That's my dream.
It's Benny Ninja.
Yes.
Or who is that? Who is Bree? Bree in the box.
Then we have a classic top model captions crunch as we see Isabella as the only person in the hallway say Tyra mail as woman. She's the only person.
I mean, they're not wrong.
We always need these tangible letters. I can't anymore.
It's so much more fun.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun.
Get ready to bridge the gap between good and bad. And I, for one, am shocked that there was no bridge and tunnel joke since we are now back in New York City.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
I'm thinking superhero on a bridge.
Not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess. Also kind of already happened in Cycle 5.
Yeah.
Also, hey, Fo, glad you're still here.
London is our narrator. She wants that role. She knows that's a good role that can last her a while.
That is a 7th place finisher. She saw doubly Amy. She knows the game. Oh, you know what? Is it always our religious person?
Ooh.
Is it because you have to do so many Bible readings, like out loud, that you just become a good narrator?
I have a question for the two of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How did Guastavinos not make it into Mr. J's book as a hotspot?
Truly. The mind, it boggles.
London does say Mrs. J.
She does.
She does. She said Mrs.
Mr.
J.
and Mrs. J. But she also goes, anytime I see those two boys, in a very Wendy McClendon covey after 2 glasses of wine cutaway, which I loved.
They also just walk here. This is 2 blocks away from their house. They walked here.
They probably saw it out the window.
They traipsed.
They rolled up.
They shimmied over.
And Miss J tells them that tonight there will be a real fashion show.
That's not run by Mr. J.
Nor clouds. We're just walking. This is a very real runway show, too, which is great.
Then a witch teleports into the scene.
Was she there earlier?
No. Laura Paretsky, designer for Abayate.
They showed 3 pictures.
Abayate.
They showed 3 pictures from the same one show. And I do love the final white and orange look. Very cute. Very fun. Y'all, okay. I feel like I found our ombre glasses, our skinny belt, our feather earring. And I think it's giant linked chain necklaces.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I love a chunky necklace.
In the BuzzFeed quiz of what top model accessory would you be?
You're a chunky link chain.
I am.
I love it. But Laura's got a big one on.
Laura also describes this fashion show in the first of gross for this for this episode.
Yes.
Because I hope you enjoy the show because you're going to be in it. This collection is about the bad girls and the good girls. So each piece has an element of innocence and an element of naughtiness. It's up to you to portray that.
Also, I'm going to say this right now. None of this is true, and you cannot tell the difference between the good girl and the bad girl clothes.
Absolutely not, which is why when they label all of them, they had to put little devil horns or little halos because you cannot tell by looking at the clothes which ones are naughty and which ones are nice.
And also, that's a pretty easy theme, all things considered. Like, if you're going to do this.
It's also all it's just high-end department. None of these clothes are all fine and nice. They look well made.
Mm-hmm.
They look like you would spend in the vicinity of like $200 to $300 on each of them.
Yeah.
But that's where it stops.
But if you also told me that some of them were like a $40 Kmart moment, I wouldn't be like surprised.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know why Laura wanted all this camera time because she also she has to tell them and hand them by hand, Talia, you're going to be a good girl. Celia, you're going to be a bad girl. But you just told them that each one has an element of each.
And that you would have to embody both.
So what does it matter?
But I feel like the show took her aside because of what's going to happen 7 minutes from now. And we're like, girls can only be good or bad?
Can't be both. No shades of gray.
Yeah. We live in a world where you're just one thing or the other.
Could you just draw some quick horns and circles on these labels so they know which one is which?
We've already airdropped you some clip art.
They had their names, so they didn't need someone to hand them to them.
None of this needed to happen.
You know what did need to happen, though? When they're getting ready, that very, very blink and you'll miss it fast shot of Allison's giant raccoon eyes.
Yep. I also loved Amina describing Runway as Runway is like where you show you can do it. How can a sentence with 9 words say so little? Also,
she's also like, you'd think that was a talking head. That's her just like proselytizing to the other girls.
To other contestants. Like they're just like, Amina knows Runway. And she does. She's one of the better walkers.
Model street preaching.
Yeah. It also feels like Amina's like, well, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm not going to give you any tips.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe they ask Amina for tips, and this was her way of answering without answering. I like that. In Kentucky, no one cares about clothes. They're just always mowing their lawns.
Naked?
I feel like Talia immediately jumps down a rabbit hole to her psychological detriment. And I don't know if this was what the show intended.
I don't know.
She was way more covered up than everybody else.
She was.
I will say she had one of the better outfits.
She did. I also think she modeled it well. Mm-hmm. So she made the outfit look better, which I appreciated. But yeah, it is suspicious in a way that reminded me of Cycle 3 Takara when they put her in that orange, ugly thing.
When because they're like, find anything that fit her.
How can we find something for Talia? And I'm just like, I don't know. We'll talk about it more in panel because that's when it's discussed a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I do like the way that Talia explains how this hit her in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. Where do Miss J's fisting gloves come from?
The fact that they show us Miss J in the runway outfit before they tell us that Miss J will be opening the show was a choice on behalf of production.
I loved that Natalie says it's like being in a real fashion show with a famous supermodel. It's like that.
That she hates Miss J. Theory, Natalie doesn't like anything. She heard the squeegee noise. It was very loud and live.
I really thought there was going to be more to what you were saying, Alexander. And I love that you're like, no, that's it.
She has resting sour face For sure.
Is it sour because of how much yellow is there? And she's thinking of lemons because the bad girl color for spring is yellow.
Oh my God. Tiana's bathing suit. Ugh.
I know I was on the side of these clothes aren't that bad, but now that I'm re-looking at the little screen captures that I personally made, they're not great. I will say we had a decent amount of good walkers.
Yeah.
And then the ones that are bad are fun bad.
Can we talk about, before we talk about their walks, Miss J does the most walking this show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the move to tie the jacket around the waist.
We know that's not a good look.
Oh
We've
my
been told.
God.
We've been told not to do that.
Hypocritical. Hypocritical. I cannot believe that it seems like they didn't tell Isabella before she was right in front of the runway there were strobe lights.
Oh,
OSHA has questions.
if you go into like an off Broadway show that's using strobe lights, they post something at the door to let you know.
They let you know about fog machines in case you have asthma. This is the
show wanted her to have a seizure on the runway.
YouTube videos tell you and then play a tone when the strobing lights are done. Like, had that episode of Pokemon not aired yet? That's what I'm asking.
No, it for sure did.
There was an episode of Pokemon, Hannah, that caused all these kids to have seizures because there was too many flashing lights. And we all learned a valuable lesson.
Well, apparently Top Model did not.
But
this seems so awful and unsafe.
And she just powers through, which I'm so glad nothing happened, but also she shouldn't have had to have dealt with that.
Absolutely not. And there's no reason for these strobe lights other than to potentially force a seizure.
It's brightly lit in there.
It has nothing to do with theming. Ugh. There's that gross part of me that thinks that strobe lights weren't part of it. And then they were like, well, let's test Isabella. And that just makes me sick.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
Now, what makes me happy sick, if you will, is the feeling I get in my tum-tum every time Allison says she thinks she's going to veer off. Because I do love her just like a car, just like slightly tired while driving, just, I'm in the ground. Whoa, nosebleed, yay.
Her walk was not that bad, though.
It was better than before.
Yeah. It seems to me that the difference between a good girl walk and a bad girl walk is a mean face and a smile, which, you know, if I was told that at the last minute, that's probably what I do too. So good for you guys.
And if I remember correctly, the show continues not to challenge Nyjah at all because she's still good girl.
Yep.
She's the queen of friendliness. She's prom queen. Like, Nyjah is friendliness a thing that they can stereotype because they have made that Nyjah's deal?
Natalie is wearing a diaper. Fashion diaper. Fashion loosely used.
We have to talk.
The best moment of the runway show.
Oh,
this is incredible. Because this is just funny. This is just fun. Hannah, please.
Sandra walks out. I don't even think she makes it halfway down the runway.
She doesn't.
I think it's like
3 steps.
Yeah. And then looks to trip minorly over nothing. Like there's some kind of invisible fence that none of us can see. She stops, sticks her foot in the air, and wiggles it around in a moment that would make Celine Dion proud, turns and then walks back.
And then says, I did great.
How does she not know that she didn't go all the way?
Because she is delusional.
Don't know. It's like she came out and the audience clapped and she was like, oh, I did it. And then turned around and went back. I have no explanation for it. It is inexplicable.
Also, she says it like, well, I know I did well because they were clapping for me. And I'm like, they were clapping the entire time.
You were waiting backstage.
You heard it, right?
I'm assuming it broke the sound barrier.
Is Sandra a robot that turns off and on? Because it's like she blacks out until she has to do something. She did it, blacked out, and then was like, done. Time skip.
And then she just wakes up at panel. Or like wakes up, reactivates at the photo shoot, and she's already fully in costume on set. And she's like, I wonder what this is. Hide and seek? I'm all right.
Miss J says, guess what? I'm going to get all you bitches at judging.
Shocked, though, that there wasn't like a post-show quick prize or
Yeah, that
something.
this was not a challenge to win. Why did no one win a terrible bathing suit?
But also, he doesn't bring up runway
Not
challenge.
really at all.
Nope.
Then we get to this real fun conversation that both of y'all took your opening quotes from, and it's amazing. It's so legitimately funny, and of course that means Courtney's involved.
Yeah, or London, but this time it's Courtney.
Glamorly is sponsoring this episode.
Are you gonna have babies? Are you gonna procreate?
What type of guy would you breed with?
This to me you're skipping some of Courtney's hilarity.
Yeah.
Are you gonna procreate? Perhaps I shall.
Perhaps I shall was the best.
So funny. It's such a fun and silly conversation. So of course Sandra needs to put a stop to it.
And then she lies to them.
Yes, she does.
And says, I don't like your stupid conversation. I'm trying to sleep.
Can't believe she calls it dumb.
You either shut up or go to the living room. Just keeps escalating on herself.
And then we find out what time it is. It is only 10:30. And listen, I am a girl that likes to go to bed early. It's become a running joke between me and my friends that Alexander is probably tired, and that's the time that everyone needs to leave.
I literally hung out with Alexander recently, and around that time I was like, is everyone still ready to hang out some more? And everyone was like, do you mean Alexander? And I'm like, yeah, of course I just mean Alexander.
But it's 10:30. They can have a conversation in the bedroom.
It's not even loud.
No.
It was the gentlest of conversations.
You're going to have to go up and down those stairs, Sandra, to get to the living room.
But they all leave, and Celia is giving half benefit of a doubt, half like, hey, there was a better way to handle it. And I love what Isabella says, and I want everyone in the world to hear it. If you don't mean to be mean, don't be mean. Hear that, every gay at brunch? It's not fun. It's just mean, and you can easily not be mean by just not being mean. Because she could have asked this whole thing. Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. Really tired. Anyway, you can take this somewhere else.
And I think they happily would have, since they all left in a very chill way in response to the meanness. Although my favorite part of them leaving the room was Celia saying to Allison, hey, Allison, you coming? And Allison just going, uh-huh.
We cut back to Sandra. Did she move beds when the girls went to the living room? Because it feels like she's in a different bed.
All I know is she is clearly not sleeping.
Reading a book.
A giant book.
With the lights completely on.
Ridiculous.
I will knock the girls down one by one without even touching them because I'm Sandra.
Sandra 2.3.
I do like her as a robot sleeper agent. It's like,
yes, the strobe lights activated her sleeper agentness, and now she's there to take them all down.
I will knock them down one by one before I am Sandra.
Her chest.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Make it fierce from head to toe. I guess it's not retired.
How did Foe not say eeny, meeny, miny, foe?
This is an inscrutable message.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not even going to get guesses anymore.
Oh, no. Why would they?
No.
So Celia literally takes a note from my notes because they go to Central Park. Mr. J literally rolls up. And I was like, wow, he looks like gay RoboCop. And then Celia goes, he looks like gay RoboCop.
The fact that the show kept that in.
They hate Mr. J.
They do.
Looks so
It also has nothing to do with the photo shoot.
What was going on?
Look at you guys hanging out in my hood of Central Park.
Also,
What?
Also, they had to walk to the west side of Central Park. They're on the east side.
I know. I noticed that too.
Also, aren't they all the way up at 90th too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least now we know the range of what Mr. J likes about New York. Central Park on top, Port Authority in the armpit. Also, was the photographer just hiding behind a newspaper?
He was sitting on the bench. He was the rando on the bench.
Yeah.
I know, but was he doing the classic like spy move with like the newspaper in front of him? Because he had a newspaper.
I don't know.
So now we have to talk about this photo shoot. And listeners, let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
this is one of my, both in concept and execution, least favorite photo shoots of all time.
In a sea of first photo shoots that have to deal with quote unquote issues that are always some of our least favorites, I feel like. Like these, we know going into it, these are rarely well executed.
Yeah.
This is the least well executed. And the more Tyra tries to explain it later, the worse it gets. Because I would have even accepted high fashion childhood games. I would have accepted
if you just
that.
left it there, yeah, I could live with it. Yeah.
This is the thing. This problem of kids growing up too fast is literally not a problem. And every single generation has had this exact same issue. It's this phony moral panic that like kids are doing more drugs and having more sex. Those numbers have stayed steady for decades.
And this is made worse to me because of how genderized it is. Girls are growing up too fast. Girls are losing their innocence and purity.
That was the biggest yikes in a episode of Yikes.
This idea, and it's reinforced, I think it was at this time too, of like this idea of like girls promising their fathers to keep their virginity and having rings,
promise rings,
and like
and the idea
so gross
that innocence equals sweetness and happiness, and that a girl can't be innocent and angry or innocent and tough, that femininity means sweetness, purity, smiling. All of this is so toxic and gross.
And on top of all that, what age are these people supposed to be? Because
thank you.
Are they 4 years old or are they 14 years old?
Because a lot of the games are kid games. They are kindergarten, preschool level games. But they're 3 just poor beleaguered background extras who have to be in every shot.
Who are just also bullies?
But sometimes they play with the girls.
But also, I just can't get over how tired they must have been by the end of this. This isn't like the other awful like homeless shoot where at least it was rotating in and out people.
Well, and the way that how we describe what a bad girl is in the parlance of the show is ghetto, rebel, and pregnant.
Which are you? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Pregnant and drinking a 40 in a brown paper bag.
Oh my God. That person was not pregnant. It was a comedian that they hired because that's the only person I could find any information about. But like,
who I will say, she was serving some good for what she had to do.
She was the hero of this photo shoot.
Honestly, replace the first eliminee with her. Let her keep going. I wish she had come back. Was she petite? She could have had an ISIS situation. That's what I wanted.
And then when you get down to the styling also of these pigtails and giant bows.
And bows.
That when you put these little girl things on adult women become sexualized.
Yeah. I'm going to bring this up now. I don't think any of the contestants this season have children. I think it was a very distinct thing of Tyra not wanting young mothers on this show. And I have a feeling we're not going to describe them as sexy this season. Like, there's a weird quality to the panel and the way she talks about it. I mean, I might be wrong, but it is very much like, we are going to have pure women this time.
Well, and we started seeing that a little bit at the end of last cycle, didn't we?
With nice girls.
These nice girls.
Sweet girls was a big thing. I read the same note, but later in panel when they talked about teen motherhood and all these statistics. And we'll save it for then because the Tyra show gets a call out. But I was like, wait, so I guess you're saying that none of these girls this cycle are mothers, because that would be beyond already what you're saying being such a problematic way to address the quote unquote issue. But also it'd be incredibly insulting to say that to their face, because most of them, if they had kids, would have probably had them when they were technically a teenager. So they must not have any. But it's a show that usually has at least one, if not multiple
young
mothers. And that's always been presented as a positive thing for the most part. Like they're doing it for their family.
Yep.
So the rando on the bench was photographer Fadil Barisha. We get glimpses of Christian Mark,
Mm-hmm.
Sutan,
Mm-hmm.
Anda and Masha. And then my backup quote was Anda and Masha very seriously saying to each other, "Do you think it's that she needs a belt here? That's what it is." Mm-hmm, exactly.
And she did. The belt really helped that look.
I have a question for both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Has Talia watched too much America's Next Top Model? Because it's now starting to veer into she needs to be the representative for this so she can continue on the show.
Yeah.
I think it may be less the specificity of seeing a lot of reality television or Top Model specifically, and more that Talia has an understanding of how manipulative the show can be. And so she has a very specific way that she's always going to say things. And because of that, it comes across a little too produced.
Maybe.
But I think it's the safety blanket of having this way of talking about it. Because Mr. J is correct that it sounds like she's saying all the right things, but not necessarily being vulnerable. But I'm like, yeah, but she, by theoretically just being on the show, is being vulnerable. And she doesn't want to feel hurt by the show. So I think she's protecting herself, especially because she just came from a challenge that hurt her.
Right.
This is also not the time. I think she got caught off guard by Mr. J approaching somewhat aggressively, expecting vulnerability in this moment where she is here to play hopscotch.
Oh, so we should
zeroes right in on that insecurity and is like, "Oh, you're insecure, pick," and oof.
I love that they had to come up with 13 different childhood games, and the range of what's considered a childhood game
and the range of difficulty in modeling them.
Let's put aside the extras and the theming, because I just want to talk about some of these games that they got chosen. Or if you're Courtney, monkey bars.
Not a monkey bar. She wasn't even on the monkey bars.
I know. She was on a pull-up bar.
And then she got yelled at for doing a pull-up.
But it wasn't even playing chicken on the monkey bars or something. It wasn't a game.
An apparatus. Faux, Ring Around the Rosie. Not a game that people actually play.
No.
London gets Tug of War with accompanying honky-tonk ragtime musical sting.
I love London and Mr. J talking about the setup. And he was like, "Okay, bring in the rope." And she was like, "Oh, good, there's a rope." And he's like, "What, do you think we're just going to tug of war air?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is dumb.
Talia gets tag.
That's pretty bad, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But at least is a childhood game.
Yeah.
Natalie, who says, and I don't think, bringing up your question of how old they're supposed to be in these photos, Alexander, I don't think anyone told them. Because Natalie says Tyra wants us to bring back the youthful part of being a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she gets leapfrog.
But again, none of these games are even tween age stuff.
No.
This is preschool.
Yes.
Leapfrog? A recognizable game, and honestly, she ended up with one of the better setups.
You either do leapfrog as a child, or as a drunk adult.
Or as a chorus boy in Newsies.
Yes.
Those are your only three options, though.
Sandra gets hide and seek, which is the gimmiest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Courtney, monkey bars. Amina, London Bridge.
Which, you tell me right now, truly how you play London Bridge. And how it's actually distinct enough from Ring Around the Rosie in the way it's presented.
Nyjah gets musical chairs.
With clear chairs.
Jay apparently has to explain, though we never hear his explanation. We just hear, so we're going to talk about this. Musical chairs, a game we've all played.
Jay has not played musical chairs.
And this is where I noticed that sometimes the bad girls were in the background heckling, and sometimes they were just playing the game.
Hide and seek, they were fully playing. Tug of war, they were on the other side of the rope, but sometimes they're just mad that the other one is having
it just
fun.
Seems like they're bullying the model.
Like the jacks. We haven't gotten there yet, but the jacks.
Allison gets double dutch.
At dusk?
Why? How did this take
Duskle Dutch?
This
double dusk, sorry.
This hair and makeup did not take 8 hours to do. Why are they photographing in darkness?
So many of them, too. It wasn't like one person. It was like half the cast.
Allison hilariously says that she's worried she's going to get slapped in the face with these ropes of death.
I mean,
why wouldn't you be?
Tiana gets hopscotch. Once again, a gimme. That's
Sure.
a childhood game.
Yeah.
Celia gets hula hoop, which once again is an apparatus
Not
and
a
not
game.
a game. But Mr. J is very impressed that she's not using the hula hoop literally. Isabella gets dodgeball, which you don't play as a young child because you could seriously
It hurt.
injure each other.
Yeah, this is the only game that I was like, okay, this is sort of at least a teenager age game. But it almost feels like she got that accidentally because they ran out of kid games.
Then we get a little moment of Jay re-explaining the shoot to Isabella. As I said earlier, girls are growing up too fast. So even though we're going to this kind of whole youthful side, we still need to tie it back to fashion.
That sentence did not end where it started.
What? Huh? What? And then dings Isabella for taking criticism too literally.
Also, why was Jessica the only one who was given oversized versions of her thing? Because she gets a dodgeball and
Jacks.
giant jacks.
Yep. Giant jacks.
But like literally like also the ball or whatever you're supposed to like bounce is also huge.
And because no one knows how to play Jax, no one can explain to Jessica how Jax is played.
Oh, God. Well, I almost talked about it, but we're about to get there.
I need to point out before we move on, Mr. J has a lot of talking heads. There are too many mirrors in Mr. J's talking heads because there is one next to him and one across, and you have a hallway of eternal J's.
What a nightmare.
Both his dream and our nightmare.
Welcome to our ugly home.
Reddit is back for a historically hideous season.
It's our 100th ugly house. This place is mayhem. That is impressive.
And if these walls could talk,
Do you cry a lot?
I do.
they'd have a lot to say.
What in God's name is this pit?
Don't get too close.
You know, if you see the show, I'm a scaredy cat.
Ugliest House in America season premiere Wednesday at 8 on HGTV.
It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
There's never been a better time to enroll in Star Trek.
It's our job to prepare you for the unimaginable. To the land, cadet!
In high-pressure situations, positive reinforcement is crucial to one's success. You're doing a great job.
This is what we train for.
These friends of mine, they all live for something bigger than themselves.
And that's Starfleet. Starfleet Academy. New series streaming January 15th on Paramount Plus.
I had that dream again. My small business needs to hire, but I don't use LinkedIn, and I hire an energy vampire. But also they're a literal vampire. And suddenly my team is spending all their time sharpening wooden stakes and buying bulk silver and rehearsing ancient chants, and then I wake up.
Don't let hiring nightmares ruin your dreams. LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant takes insights from over 1 billion professionals to create a short list of the best fits for you. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/quality. Start hiring today with LinkedIn.
So, when this interstitial video started,
whose baby is this?
Had y'all remembered that this was coming? Because I did not remember. And then it started and I went, oh God, this.
And then you realize that through Tyra's narration, this whole cycle is going to be about her writing a book to the model contestants about how to grow up and be like a sweet young woman.
Also, who's doing this voiceover? Because it doesn't sound like Tyra.
Well, we know what her ADR sounds like, so it's definitely not Tyra.
Once there lived a supermodel who wanted to guide future girls. So she broke out the rules to owning your inner fierceness.
I will say, the photo is good because Tyra as a mother looks very tired.
The little kid's adorable.
Yes.
Yeah, but whose baby is this?
Oh, I don't know. She took a baby from somewhere.
Grabbed a baby. Like
she probably that child is probably playing on that park, and she was like, "Hey, we got to do a photo shoot here, but do you want to do one separate with Tyra?" Just like snagged her football style under her arm, ran away.
I will say, business Tyra is good Tyra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked that necklace a lot.
Mm-hmm. The panel room.
Mm-hmm.
the theme is chandeliers.
You know how people make rebrand products unnecessarily for women?
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll advertise a pink pen and it's like it's a woman's pen.
Pick for her.
For me, this panel room is as if it's taking place in a giant Rubik's Cube for women.
Ladies, are you tired of your brother having all the fun with the Rubik's Cube and your little girl hands can't do the Rubik's Cube? And those colors, too primary, too boy.
I also believe, because it's top model, that the girl Rubik's Cube would actually be only like 4 cubes.
Oh, God, it's
side.
easier.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's advertised as 5 because top model math.
It's a Tyra 2x2 list, and that's how they get the 4.
Paulina got a blowout.
Sure did.
Who's in a wind tunnel? I'm sorry, the panel desk with these giant spots of pink.
Is the panel desk look like this because of how tiny the panel desk was in Holland? We have to have the biggest desk.
Why is the theme for this cycle, from a decoration perspective, white? Why is it just
Purity?
Purity.
Oh, no. Y'all don't think that, do you? Oh,
yes.
God. No.
It for sure is.
Blur.
This photo shoot was about the issue of teen girls and being what I call out of control. I did a survey on my talk show website, and I found that 1 in 5 girls that are teens that we surveyed actually want to be a teen mom.
Specious survey.
1 in 5 girls that are teens that did the survey.
Online.
How manipulative. A way to word that. Also, I'm going to argue that perhaps what they actually were answering was, do you want to be a mom? Like one day.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? This suspicious,
this unpeer-reviewed survey.
Also, I'm just going to argue too.
Perhaps 5 teens.
1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 isn't that much. Just from a statistical place, that's also just not that much.
This survey got 5 respondents. I would be shocked.
You don't think all the 14-year-olds were going home after school and watching the Tyra show? What fat suit will she put on this week, girls?
1 hour of internet time a day. And what do? Do you get on AIM? Do you download some stuff with Napster? No, you get on that Tyra Show website and you fill out those surveys.
For that interactive content.
Sandra is first. It looks like they are trying to find her to murder a child.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, at least you can. As part of this is for me, and I don't know why I care about this. I think it's because Paulina cares about it so much. Can you tell what game it was supposed to be?
Well, the model in the background is covering her eyes.
He's still counting, I think.
I think it's just Seek. Found you.
Oh, behind the tree.
This bow is the biggest fucking bow.
All of these photos are very Target ad aesthetic through American Apparel filter.
Wow, that is exactly what this is. Also, was this somehow just an ad campaign for bows? Because they all have a bow. Like, is this JoJo Siwa?
That would have been a better photo shoot.
Yeah, I wish.
I think Sandra's not really doing anything.
No.
She's smiling.
No, she's not even smiling.
She's kind of smiling. It's not a great picture. It's also not exactly like the most hide and seek. Actually, Tyra in either private panel or I think it's private panel later says she should have kind of been bent down, like shushing or something. Like there is a way to do this a little bit better because I'm trying to separate the stupid bad elements of this photo shoot to just judge the photo. And it's not that hide and seeky either.
No, she definitely could have been hiding much, much more effectively.
Also, Sandra changes her story about the runway. She just is like, I went to where I was supposed to go. Like, you didn't.
I just wanted to see what it looked like curly.
Celia is next.
Get ready for the worst job resume advice
Oh
you've ever gotten.
My God.
Now, am I someone who does believe in a little fake it till you make it? Absolutely. Would I lie so far as to say I had won a championship in the thing I was lying about? No, because that's too much lie, Tyra.
But there are some things you can learn on the fly, like hula hooping.
Sure.
But you hear stories like this all the time of, oh, I took Spanish in high school, so I can do this Spanish speaking commercial. And no, you can't.
It's definitely on a case-by-case basis. And that's why, but even if you are lying, don't lie to such a degree that you say you're an expert in the thing.
No.
I won a hula hoop championship, while delightful to watch on television, and I would DVR, is not a thing you should claim to have done if you have not done.
Her photo.
It's not bad.
It's very showgirl.
It is very showgirl. And as we'll see, we get a lot of leg ups.
The leg up thing was one, they shouldn't have let them watch each other.
I do love the bad girls just standing amidst the hula hoops on the ground.
A lot of times the bad girls club, as I'm going to call them, is the best part of the photo.
Absolutely.
Also, I need to point out a couple things about the bad girls club. Rebel with a cigarette looks like she's flipping the camera off.
She does look like she is.
And pregnant drinking mother is wearing garter belts.
Well, she's only pregnant because she's a whore.
Hannah, the way you just pronounced whore delighted me. Hua.
Hua. It's one of the better ones, though, probably. She looks very tall.
She looks very tall.
And she does have if you took out Bad Girls Club from this one, you could even see this being some sort of ad, maybe. Like, there's a way this could work.
It's 12:30 at night in this photo.
Oh yeah. That's when you hula hoop.
She got murdered after this
night.
photo.
So unsettling. The ones at night are all so creepy.
There's such a weirder thank you. There's such a weirder element to those. Because there's also a rainy day to begin with, so none of these are sunny.
Bo is next. It's cute. I want the Doc Martens in the photo.
Yeah. Her outfit is cute.
She's a good jumper, Alexander.
She is a good jumper.
I love that Rebel has the cigarette in the mouth while playing Ring Around the Rosie.
Paulina says it doesn't capture Ring Around the Rosie. And I argue that it actually could more capture that. And also Ring Around the Rosie is nearly impossible to capture in a picture.
I think Paulina's used to like a sad Eastern European version that focuses much more on like the dying from scarlet fever part. Yeah. She's like, why are they all so alive?
It's about the Black Plague, Tyra.
Also, listeners, if you don't know what we're talking about, look up Ring Around the Rosie. The words to it are in a Humpty Dumpty fashion. Not what you think.
I think it's fine. I think they criticize her
for what they wanted. This is good.
It's this fucking ad is what it is.
Looking back at these, there are maybe 2 photos that don't have a fully bent leg in them.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes sense. This is their first photo shoot, and so much of it was about motion. I get what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I don't blame the girls. I don't blame these young women.
Amina is next.
Okay. I set this up. I planted this seed. This earring seed.
Mm-hmm.
Amina wore these earrings in auditions.
Yep.
Okay. And that's not the only thing. That's point 1 of 2. Mm-hmm. She wore them in auditions, and they get criticized here, and she takes them off. But why wouldn't Amina think they were good earrings when she had worn them in auditions and made it onto the show? Point 2, I'll make right now.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica wears them in her photo.
Yeah.
So that means Anda and Masha ask Amina, who clearly owned these earrings because she had them in auditions. This is not something she stole from set. Oh, wow, we need earrings, and those would look perfect, Amina. Could we borrow them? So the earrings are good enough for auditions and a photo shoot, but somehow not in person. Bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they're pretty earrings.
Yeah, she looks great. She didn't need to take them off.
She also looks good in orange and yellow in general, and I feel like she's like, these are my signature colors. They look great.
The photo is...
It's just very close together.
Yeah, it looks like they're hugging her.
with intent to kill.
And I guess
Yeah.
that is what London Bridge is, because you do touch the person in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks scared, actually. They keep saying she looks hard and mean. I think she looks like, oh, they're going to kill me?
I think she looks like,
trapped.
why aren't you helping me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's bad.
No,
And
Like-
why don't they like the knees? Why don't they like the legs?
Yeah, I like the legs a lot, and I think the socks and the boots and the belts all look cute. So she's effectively selling clothes.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with this photo is that it's just, as the two of you are saying, just so cluttered.
Mhm.
You kind of can't tell what's going on.
I guess all three bad girls needed to be in every picture.
I hope they got paid such a good rate. They were in 13 photos.
For 20 hours, it seems.
Day turned to night, turned to day. Those bad girls were still there.
Oof.
London is next.
Speaking of London Bridge, London. London has one of the better photos, though.
Yes.
Before we talk about the photo, her cardigan is V. Peg Bundy.
Oh,
Do you know that
yes.
episode of 30 Rock where Rachel Dretch plays a Russian cleaner
Yes.
/ prostitute?
Yes. Yes.
It's
yes.
very that outfit.
Yeah. The hair is also wild.
She just needs a makeover.
Oh, yeah.
Her hair, I feel like, started with layers a couple of months ago and has gone awry.
But
This photo is
I
best
think
so far.
is absolutely.
You can also tell what she's doing.
I mean, it looks like she's going to die when they let go of this rope.
But she's really going for it.
She looks like she's in actual motion.
Mm-hmm. And her face looks really cute.
Yeah.
And I love that shoe and sock combo.
Oh, wait. Pregnant girl isn't in this photo.
Yeah.
She got a
But
break. 'cause she
it's
was
dangerous when you're pregnant to play
Her
tug
water
of war.
broke.
I actually do like, unironically, Tyra saying, it looks like there's glee, true freedom. Like there's no taxes you have to pay yet.
Was Tyra dealing with a tax issue?
Even if she was. I actually like that. And Tyra says nothing else good in this episode. So I want to put the
Sure.
one, when there's a million grains of sand, here's the one grain of sand I'm giving Tyra this episode.
Jessica's next. What is happening in this photo?
I have no idea what's happening this. I truly.
So
What's anyone doing?
Pauline says that she doesn't know what Jax is and can't tell from the photo. But there's no way that you could tell because of the blown up ball and Jax what Jax actually is.
No.
You can't play Jax in this setup. She can't scoop those up in her hand. Each one is the size of her hand.
Also, I guess it's just they're stealing her jacks and then throwing them at her. Seemingly.
Yeah, this is one of the heaviest bullying ones.
I do. I'm digging teen mom like sneaking up and stealing the ball out of her hand.
Haha. If you can't bounce the ball, you can't take the jacks. We understand the game. Also, I've been trying to think in the back of my head other actual games they could have done to replace some of these. Why didn't we see marbles?
We're gonna have jacks.
You couldn't have done marbles?
Goose.
Oh, like
Oh my gosh, Duck Duck Goose could have actually been adorable with the Three Bad Girls Club pouting and being like,
Also,
Red light, green light.
If you're gonna do monkey bars, you could have done swings. You could have done slide. Like
Swings would have been actually really fun.
I don't think Jessica's doing anything in this photo.
Oh no.
No, she pointed her knees at each other. And that was where it started and stopped.
It has a real middle distance stare of a thing going on.
Also, this bow is both enormous and looks like it was crafted of leather.
Yeah. Also, her outfit is far more adult than anyone else's.
Yeah.
Like they ran out of clothes.
I think they did, which is why she's wearing Amina's earrings.
Yep.
And someone's dirty Converse. Yeah. Tiana is next.
I think her body looks good.
I think it's a good jump.
Mm-hmm.
Her face is very far back.
Yes. And that's good critique that she actual practical modeling advice for Tiana.
Yeah, because of course it comes from Miss J for the most part.
Yeah. I also think the arms are weird.
I think the hands are spread a little wide.
Yeah, I think it's the fingers actually so much more than the arms.
The bad girls are in the shadows lurking.
She's
about
also
to knife
choking
her.
herself with her necklace.
A little bit.
Yeah.
This is another one that you can't really tell what the game is, but part of that's also because, again, this is a midnight shoot.
So creepy.
Yeah.
And the way the light is, they look like they're getting caught.
Later on, when Paulina says it looks like she's getting abducted, I'm like, that's not
her
Tiana's fault, but it's absolutely what it looks like.
Then Isabella comes up. The dopey music, number one, that they play for Isabella coming up.
Rude.
To panel is very rude. This is both not the worst photo, but also this couldn't have been her best photo.
I do think that it kind of looks like she's tossing a pumpkin. When Nigel said that, I was like, it does kind of look like she's tossing a pumpkin.
That wasn't Nigel. That was Miss J.
No, it was Nigel.
Tossing a pumpkin. Okay. Well, to me, it looks like
I'll defer since you both disagree with me, but I wrote that real hard.
It looks like she's doing a magic trick.
Oh.
Like she's levitating the ball.
Yes, I could see that.
It looks like they purposefully made her look like the youngest person to make them look like they were throwing, and gave her the oldest activity to make it look even more awkward.
Yeah, that hairstyle is baby, baby, baby.
Baby!
Yeah.
And the galoshes and everything. And it looks like they're just like, they're teenagers throwing dodgeballs at a 3-year-old.
Yes. Thank you. That is exactly what I thought. That I was like, these are those kind of movie level villains where you're bullying someone younger than you. It's a thing that barely ever happens in real life.
And also, why did Isabella need a shoot where they were actually throwing dodgeballs at her?
Nothing else was real. Why was this real?
And as you said, Alexander, in the final analysis, it is still not the worst photo.
No.
You can tell it's dodgeball.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it's dodgeball. Or pumpkin
tossing. And
tossing.
there's something kind of cool about her face.
Yeah, and you get to see that angle on her jaw, which I hadn't seen before, and is really nice, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not the worst.
Now it's bottom half for me. It's not the worst, though.
Of course. Nija is next. I'm very uncomfortable with this picture.
So is the rest of the panel.
I do agree that it looks more like hopscotch. Part of that is because the musical chairs are clear.
And you cannot see them.
Because they're clear, and clear things are clear.
Also, the Bad Girls Club look like they're saying, we're playing musical chairs. What are you doing?
They look like they're going to kill her. She's got a great smile.
Yeah.
She does.
And the pigtails look cute. This is very never 30.
Yeah. 30 never. Come on, Alexander.
Yeah, you know better. You know better. You know never. I think it's weird when I think it's Tyra that says, this is a good face shot and one of the better hair shots. I'm like, sort of, but she's just in pigtails. Are you
Maybe
just
it's
saying?
just because they're normal-sized bows.
Yeah. Yeah, she does get normal-sized bows.
Tyra keeps defending this like, this is what little girls do. They hold their dresses out.
She's trying to sell this so hard the entire panel. Imagine putting this in your portfolio for Go-See.
Oh, my God.
Just imagine. Because even with the smoking one, I'd be like, okay.
It's
you
so
could be like, this
glamorous.
is for a smoking campaign. You can fake that. But when people are like, what's this shot for? You're like, teen girls grow up too fast.
Innocence.
Charity.
Next is Courtney. Why give the girl with large breasts suspenders?
I think this is pretty good. She got, to me, one of the harder ones in that it's not the thing they say it is.
And it's also something that was the most physically demanding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with her in the picture. I do have a problem with the dirty Ugg boots.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they tell her that she looks like she escaped a parade and that it's too majorette. And I'm like, what was she supposed to do with her legs?
But yeah,
because
exactly.
normally you just hang them limp.
Uh-huh.
Like beside of themselves, like shoulder length apart.
But also, if you gave her actual monkey bars, she could have done something.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, this is a pull-up bar. It is a bar.
Even the Bad Girl Club is like, come on.
This? We sure? Okay.
It's almost like Courtney's like, I'm doing the monkey bars. And they're like, you know you're not, right? Allison is next.
If there was going to be a good photo, this is it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Though Tyra once again gives really bad advice.
Oh my God.
And Allison, you can tell, is not going to take it.
Also, Nigel looks at Tyra and says, don't ever do that.
Yeah, the photographer and him really jumped out to be like, no. Because I think Miss J says it doesn't really look like double Dutch. And first of all, I kind of disagree because there's very clearly jump ropes and she's jumping in a way that the legs actually look a little like jump rope-esque.
Yeah.
Also, there's no way they could have gotten a shot doing actual double Dutch.
Oh,
That's
that would
so
be so
hard.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, at least like with hula hoop, you can fake it a little bit, but you can't fake double dutch.
But also, doesn't it fit with the story that the bad girls wouldn't move the ropes?
Yeah. And so Tyra's bad advice is you can control your extras. You should tell them, hey, I know you're tired, but just give me a little bit. And Allison's like, ha ha ha, no.
But also, it's at the middle of the night, so they've already been working for 30 hours. And like,
I love that every time you mention it, the hours get longer too. Like they've been working for 72 hours, y'all. But it's true. Those extras must be so tired.
Oh my God. But yeah, it's the best that this photo is gonna be, even though it's oddly blurry.
yeah, I don't know why it's blurry. Because it's at night and they didn't.
They're all a little blurry. I
They
specifically
are.
noticed that Nija's was super blurry when they did a close up.
It also looks like this park is abandoned. And like,
It was raining. It probably was.
I know, but because of all the leaves on the ground, it looks like it's been abandoned for 30 years. Like,
No one's been in this park for 40 years.
No one's played musical chairs.
Talia's next. This isn't tag.
No.
I love this one finger that's touching her.
So Tyra brings up that she, quote unquote, heard back that she was upset at the runway show. I actually really like how Talia expresses this.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to know how you both felt, but I like that she said, this is something that I wasn't prepared for at that particular moment. And I know this is something that going into this, I will have to deal with, but it caught me off guard and I was made to feel a way that I haven't felt in a while. And that upset me and I had to push through. And then to the slightest bit of Tyra's credit, I think she gave, whether or not it's good or bad, honest feedback about there are going to be some designers that might hire you and want to hide them. There are going to be some designers that want to flaunt them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to kind of emotionally prepare for both, which I think is probably true.
Yes. What I had a problem with was Tyra clearly had that plan to say to Talia, but Talia kind of already said it.
Yes.
And then she like slaps Talia on the wrist.
It makes it seem like Talia is being less professional than she actually is.
And that she did process it.
That's a fair point. I think that this is Talia both expressing herself honestly, but actually also being vulnerable in a way that doesn't feel as rehearsed, which I feel like the show asks of these contestants all the time, and she is giving it to you, and you're actually not giving her enough credit. Also, she looks fine in her shot.
She does. It looks like she's screaming.
Does kind of
also
look. But isn't that a little taggish to you?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I don't know.
But what's weird is they're all touching her.
Yes, that is weird.
3-way tag. Bad girls versus Talia.
Natalie is last. As she comes up, they tell her to take the headband off. How tight was this headband she had on her head?
That was a deep mark. That was a trench.
I love the idea that Talia, as soon as she took that off, stopped having headaches that she's had for 12 years. And she's like, oh, was it my headband? Or also, girl with the green ribbon around her neck and the top of her head falls off. Just the top, just the part above the headband.
Because we are missing one of the bad girls in this shot, it looks like Natalie is one of the bad girls. Also because she got no skirt, barely a skirt or a sock. She just got the galoshes and a jacket.
And she's also one of
mean muggin.
Yeah, she's also one of the few that aren't smiling.
Yeah.
Paulina hates her and says, from this one shot, I can't tell her potential. And I'm like, but Paulina, that's why you're here.
Also, she doesn't look that unlike Paulina.
I wonder if this is a Janice Brittany situation. I wrote that same note.
Which one of you is not going to be in the clique anymore?
Because cliques are so pure and innocent. The best of girl youth.
Didn't Tyra write or like produce some book that was called like The Click? Am I making that up?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
While you look it up, private panel.
It was a film called The Click in 2008.
With
was Tyra involved?
released through Tyra Banks' company, Bankable Productions.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, was this 2008? Was that around this same time? It must have been very close.
Yes,
this was
it
in
was,
2009.
because I remember where I was living when this originally aired, and it was 2008.
Was this, y'all, was this the whole reason behind the photo shoot? Was some weird marketing for this movie?
Oh my God.
I hate everything.
I found a way to make this worse. Oh no.
How?
Guys, this is the worst Smize surprise ever.
So Nigel says about London that she is wide in the hips. Paulina hates agreeing with Nigel, but she does.
Yep. Finally, something we can agree on.
Ugh.
So glad they found this to bond over. Also, unless something like that, if you're going to criticize a model for that, and I understand that's part of the show, I would at least prefer it to be in a photo shoot where that in some way negatively impacted the photo. But that is simply not the case with this photo.
Nope.
So it seems like a weird timing to have that critique.
It's almost as though Nigel and Paulina were like, we should have been at casting because we would have told you then not to cast her.
But I don't know.
Nigel coins wind in the face, and that is the first out of 9,000 times we'll hear it this cycle.
When they say wind in the face, does it make anyone else think that someone's farting in Tiana's face?
I'll always go to eye doctor, little eye test with a little poof.
Tyra has her moment of saying that little girls like to flash people.
Why did we need to sexualize children? Tyra, why do we need to sexualize children? Please stop.
And again, little kids do like to play with their clothes. So you could have said, yeah. And she said it a couple times, like when Paulina was like, I don't like the way Nija's holding her dress or whatever. Tyra's like, that is the way little girls do it. Like for this bizarre photo shoot, that was appropriate. That's fine. That's enough.
Yes. And then we stop.
Yep.
We don't.
But even if we're going to bring up the fact that like they might lift their skirts, we don't need to sexualize.
We don't need the word flash. Yeah. Absolutely. I do like on Celia's shot when they're nitpicking, Paulina saying, if you're getting nitpicky, it means it's a great shot, which is true, I think, in general.
I hated them saying that Isabella looked like a little person.
Yikes, Paulina!
Because also, they were supposed to be children.
Paulina seems so unhappy to be here that part of me is like, is she trying to get booted from this panel?
I mean, we thought that last cycle.
To be fair, it works.
She's up in that energy, I guess.
Yeah.
Pulling a Janice.
I wonder if, like the Hey Ladies text chat, if all the fourth judges are on a text chat, and so she's group chatting Eric Nicholson, Bo Quillian, and Twiggy, which also great group. And she's like, how did y'all get fired?
As long as no Lay is not there.
No. How did y'all get fired?
Need advice.
Yeah.
I hate agreeing with Nigel that perhaps Talia needs to be a model.
Yeah.
It like wasn't the worst thing he's said.
No, I actually fully agreed with that. Like, yeah, it's great for her to be a role model for this, but also at the same time, we're looking for a model. I just don't like the fact that so far she hasn't necessarily disproven the other thing either.
No, it seems more like he's calling out production.
Yes.
And then they all reach a decision.
Because
Why?
Miss J never gets to have his own bit.
And Paulina reaches forward, but in front of Miss J. Everyone else reaches forward, but
she wants Miss J's decision.
Yeah, they want to share a
decision.
Digital art.
I would love if the digital art had somehow been displayed on the stairs.
On the box?
Yes. Ooh.
The wavy.
Yeah.
Running down those millions of
Yep. You have to walk on your fellow contestant's face every day to go to bed.
Allison gets first call out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But is also horrified to realize that people will be looking at her for a week.
and
accidentally.
This is amazing.
Well, because it's not clear in this room.
No.
So then she walks back towards the people, and Tiana points the direction.
I love Tiana being like, over there.
Then Foe
was way too high. Fo had a good photo, but like,
especially for their judging.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a surprise because of what they said.
Then Tiana, which also from what they said. Then London, who's
should have been number 2.
Yeah. Then Celia, who probably should have been number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then Nyjah.
Oh, sorry. Before we get too far away from London, Tyra does a whole tug of war bit with her, and London fully rolls her eyes about it. It was amazing.
Question. Is London this cycle's Tatiana?
Yes.
Because she's not.
No, she's not.
Yay. After Celia is Nyjah.
I think that's legit.
Yeah, I think she's in the middle of the road. Courtney, who I think is too low.
Yeah. But she does a fun, like, ha, when she gets picks that I enjoyed.
Then Natalie.
Tyra liked it.
Then Amina.
I actually would have put Amina a little bit higher.
Yeah, I agree.
Then Talia.
I also probably would have had Talia higher.
Right?
Yeah.
Then Jessica, which
I would have bottom two'd.
Me too. Which leaves Sandra versus Isabella.
Would your bottom 2 have been Sandra versus Jessica?
Yeah.
Yeah, but part of the Sandra part would have been the runway, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the way Tyra talks to the 2 girls left is like, Isabella, you're great. This picture sucked. Sandra, your runway sucked, and this picture sucked. Who stays?
Yeah, that is the great summary of what's happening. And I think that's why Isabella, in her eventual last confessional, is surprised.
Especially since I would say Isabella had one of the hardest photos and Sandra had the easiest photo.
Yeah.
Also, I think from a house perspective, everyone's like, and you also know that Sandra's the worst, right? Well,
Right.
Isabella pretty popular.
Sandra stays. And then Tyra says,
Mm-hmm.
I came up with this thing for you to do, this game, and you just stood there.
I came up with this theme for you to do this theme.
Regardless, both are nonsensical. I feel like both of y'all's brains was trying to process a real sentence, and it
Sandra,
didn't happen.
You tried? No, nor did you seek.
But also, it's like Tyra's like, you only stayed because this was my favorite setup.
Yeah.
What? And then she says, Isabella.
Why does she always say her name like that?
It feels like she's trolling her for making up a new name.
Maybe.
That was too ethnic for Kelly. You're such a sweet girl, but you need to go home and practice, okay?
She gets one of the most non-send-offs ever. And I know that happens a lot with first contestants, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I wanted from them, but the fact that they made her do the runway with strobe lights.
Oh my God.
And it's not even mentioned that she like pushed through or something. Not that I wanted her to have to push through, but I don't know.
Well, and then the insult on top of the injury to me after we see her very professional rolled up packing, which, well done.
Oh, give me her on home edit every day.
They make her lug her suitcase down the front stoop for her exit shot.
Ka-bum-bum-bum. Ka-bum-bum-bum. Ka-bum-bum-bum.
Rude, so rude.
You know what I'm just thinking too? She probably had to carry her bag down up, and these people had to carry their bags up and down 4 flights of stairs.
And I'm going to say it because it's a spiral staircase. They had to go up and down and round and round.
So where's Isabella now?
Well, Isabella mostly goes by Kelly Marie Falk, Falk. And last name that's real hard for my accent. On IG, she's kelly.marie.falk. Her bio reads artist, model, epilepsy awareness advocate. Here's some cool stuff. I didn't find too much on Kelly, which I'm going to call her moving forward right here.
Mm-hmm.
She mostly on her IG shows off her art, which is mostly paintings.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems to be based in Tacoma, Washington now, based on an art gallery page that I found. One cool thing she did post modeling is she recreated this cycle's future beauty color splash shoot. And she did red and she slays it. Ooh. And I wish she had been here for that shoot herself. One of the most recent things about epilepsy awareness, and I think this is just kind of cool to share with all of our listeners, is something called Purple Day, which is about epilepsy awareness. And there's an acronym, brain that tells you what to do and how to remember what to do if you see someone having a seizure. So it's B for be calm, R for remove dangerous objects, A for always time the seizure, okay? And I for, and this is too long for an acronym, but I for if they have fallen, turn them to the side and put something soft under their head.
Yeah, no.
We're stretching, but that's good advice. And N for never put anything in their mouth or hold them down.
Oh.
So that's good advice. And so she's doing a lot from that. I want to read her bio from her art website, which I think is pretty cool. And that's pretty much what I found on Isabella, aka Kelly Marie. I've always had a fascination and curiosity for art. My grandmother was an incredible acrylic painter, and that's where my interest began. I took art class in high school, but it wasn't until my aunt took me to a painting class in 2011, so it was after Top Model, that I was really inspired to dip into my own creativity. I struggle with intractable epilepsy, and art has helped bring meaning and purpose to my life. Being mostly self-taught, I feel like I'm constantly learning and changing my style. Whether I'm working on a plane, landscape, or a new creature, painting always makes me happy. Knowing that other people will get to enjoy them makes me even happier.
Very nice.
Very cool attitude. I liked Isabella. She was weirdly someone that I remembered, but didn't remember a lot about her. Like I remembered her name though.
I did remember her. And I don't necessarily think that like she should have gotten on the show. It seemed like I really saw a producer's hand that was like seizure, drama, like let's do that.
Health scare. Ooh.
Yeah, and like she and Catherine filled the same role for me of like small town girl. But I think that like from what she did on the show, she was fine on the runway and she was fine in the photo and deserved another shot.
And especially when I think the show clearly wanted to, as we've said, reduce her down to her epilepsy, and especially only giving her one episode to showcase, she came across as an impressively whole person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree. And she just was not going to let the show have its way with her, so to speak, you know? And I appreciated that she had the ability to do that. I think this whole cast has a little bit of those vibes.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's kind of like they have a cast of Sheenas who aren't going to let the show get away with stuff. And man, must that be frustrating. That's why the short seasons, as the cycle happens. They're like, okay, the tall girls, we can't bamboozle them. Maybe the shorties don't know better.
And if you think we know better, you should rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast. We love hearing from you. We love your hot takes, your iced tea. You can reach out to us at podleadum.com, either through email or through our P.O. box. And don't forget, you can support us at anchor.fm/podleadum. You can find me anywhere at Yet Charming.
I'm mostly on Instagram at Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm on Twitter at JW Crump.
And be sure to use the hashtag podleadum anytime you do. So that's the easiest way that we see it. And can put a little heart by your quippy little take.
And we're getting really close to 200 reviews on iTunes. So if you're someone who listens to us on iTunes and hasn't left a review yet, we would really appreciate it. It'd be really cool to hit that milestone.
And you get to be number 200.
Oh
and
my
you don't
gosh,
even
could
have
you
to
imagine?
listen. You don't even have to listen on iTunes. You can just go on there, click, like download it, click subscribe, write a review, 5 stars, whatever you'd like. We love hearing it. It's really sweet. And it means and does a lot for us as a podcast for you to do that.
Absolutely. That we can always see the bump when we get a little like we're featured for just a little bit in listeners, which is really awesome. We're getting close to 200,000 listens, by the way. We're very close to that. Too. Yeah. 200, baby.
And I feel like we just hit 100,000 not that long ago. So
because we did.
So for Podleadum, I have been Alexander Price.
I'll be Hannah Jane Ginsburg.
And I'm JW Crump.
And we'll see you on top.
Podleadum is not endorsed by America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks, 10x10 Entertainment, or any of their subsidiaries. It is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. America's Next Top Model and all names, pictures, and audio clips are registered trademarks and copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.